Good evening, I'm Justin Benny. Now that the holidays are behind us, it's time for the Lights of the Northwoods display in Rhinelander to come to an end as well, but not before a new addition. Newswatch 12's Zach White has the recap from tonight's fireworks celebration.
Oh, we just had a phenomenal night down here.
That's the reaction of Sean Will, who just wrapped up the 4th annual Lights of the Northwoods.
Amount of people that have come out to actually see the fireworks and continue to stay in the park to actually see the displays and that. It's been a phenomenal night for us down here.
The event has always accepted food donations, but until this year, it only benefited the Rhinelander area food pantry. Now food donations go to the Elko and Tomahawk pantries as well, which Will says they set a new record.
We've collected over 8,000 pounds this year, which is a record for us.
Will says being able to do this makes him feel good on the inside.
Really gives back to the greater community, and that's what we're all here for.
President of the Lights of the Northwoods says they wanted things this year to be more available, which led to more success.
This year we said, well, we want to make it more available to people.
Which Hoppy says it's either go big or go home. In Rhinelander, Zach White, Newswatch 12.
And the light display itself will remain lit for evening hours through this weekend for those who haven't had a chance to check them out just yet. Outside, Jeff, how is the weather looking heading into the weekend?
Hey, Justin. High temperatures mostly in the mid-20s today. A couple of low 30s out there. Tomorrow, low 30s across the area again. But out there now, there is some dense fog in there as well. Temperatures are falling off very quickly where there's not dense fog across the area, namely Vilas County. Here, look at Eagle River at 4 already. Meanwhile, Ronda's at 15, 21 for Antigo. So a wide variety of low temperatures tonight from single digits to probably upper teens across the area. We are just missing a big snow again across southeastern Wisconsin today, over into Michigan as well. That is pulling away. It's going to bring the East Coast lots of snow tomorrow. For us, though, decreasing clouds tonight means some sunshine back in the forecast for us tomorrow. And then our next system gets in here on Monday. That's that guy right there. It could bring us a little bit of snow shower activity on Monday afternoon. Your forecast for tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies with dense fog out there as well. With low temperatures down near 11, your full forecast is coming up. Justin.
All right, thanks, Jeff. The number of all-time confirmed COVID-19 cases in the United States has now surpassed 20 million. According to the latest numbers from Johns Hopkins University, that's more than 1/4 of all confirmed cases worldwide, despite the U.S. having only about 4% of the world's population, though many countries have not tested to the degree the U.S. has. Across the country, nearly 350,000 people have also died from COVID-19 since the pandemic began, and the number of deaths per day is still at or near our all-time high over the last week. Here in Wisconsin, though, the trend is a bit more encouraging. You see here the number of new cases per day has been trending back up slightly over the last week, still down dramatically from where it was a month or two ago. We're now averaging right around 2,000 new cases per day statewide. The number of new deaths per day has dropped significantly over that same time. We're now averaging 27 deaths per day statewide over the last week. Across the country, about 3 million people have now received a COVID-19 vaccine, mostly healthcare workers and long-term living facilities so far. Newswatch 12's Sierra Whaley spoke to a local nurse today who has both been treating patients with the virus and has received the vaccine herself to learn more about her experience.
It's getting tiring, but we're all doing what we have to do and doing our best.
It's the first day of 2021, but registered nurse Amy Coolmay is walking into day 3 since she's been vaccinated for COVID-19 with the Pfizer dosage. If there was one thing she prepared for in 2020, it was receiving her first dosage of the vaccine.
I was excited having seen what COVID is doing to people and the lives that it's destroying, and how much it's taken away from everybody,
including herself. Nurse Coolmay traveled to New York early 2020 to assist hospitals. Receiving the vaccine was relieving. However, she couldn't help but reflect on all she's seen.
Part of it was worse than what you saw in the news. Actually being there and seeing patients coding left and right and doing everything you can to save someone and not being able to do it, and then just turning around and doing it again 5 minutes later to somebody else.
While she was on that journey, Coolmay created a Facebook page called Amy's COVID Chronicles.
There were a lot of people that didn't believe that COVID was as bad as it was, probably because it hadn't hit here yet. And so, yeah, I just wanted to keep people informed and let them know what was really going on.
However, her family took over her Facebook account and made sure she was informed of the love and support she'll always have at home.
My husband and my kids sent on my Facebook page, they posted pictures and with a message spelled out by the kids every single day.
While Colomé has been a part of the first step to controlling COVID-19, she stresses there's more work to be done, and sending a thank you here and there will go a long way.
I appreciate everything that every single person out there is doing, whether they work on a COVID unit or not, because it takes all of us, every single one of us, to get through this.
That's Sierra Whaley reporting. Colomé says she has experienced personally no side effects from the vaccine so far. Says she understands some people are skeptical about it because it's new, but she encourages everyone to keep an open mind. Healthcare officials say in general they've seen very few major complications from the new vaccines. The FDA says the biggest side effects so far have been fatigue, headache, muscle pain. However, a healthcare worker at Wallowa Memorial Hospital in Oregon recently experienced anaphylaxis, or a potentially life-threatening allergic reaction, after receiving her first dose of the Moderna vaccine. The Oregon Health Authority is now investigating, say the person has recovered. A study is also being led by a team at the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease to see why some people are having this allergic reaction to the vaccines. With the new year, school districts across the state are adapting new ways to provide what they feel is the best possible education as the ever-changing COVID-19 pandemic continues. Newswatch 12's Georgina Fernandez explains.
On the spring, when we kind of shut down and locked the doors, and
it's all about learning at Northland Pines School District, not just academically, but learning to teach during COVID-19.
You know, there were some orders from the state, and we just didn't know much about the virus. Now we know how to do things safely.
Now, after conversations with both local and state health officials, the district believes they're ready to start easing up on certain restrictions. One of those new changes include that students will need to quarantine for only 10 days before returning to the classroom.
Infectious period is still 14 days. The science is still clear on that, but we felt like there was enough risk mitigation to change it to 10 days for student learning because of everything we have in place.
Foster says those protocols include wearing masks, sanitizing hands, staying physically distant, and staying home when you feel sick. He says it's what has kept their case numbers so low.
We do compare and look at our numbers, and our numbers in our school compared to the community have been a lot better. And that, I think that is attributed to the hand washing and the mask wearing and the physically distancing.
There have only been 73 cases since the start of the school year, making up 5.3% of the entire district's population, which played a big determining factor in their reasoning. Similar to Wausau School District, who in fall decided to switch to partial in-person classes after noticing less people were becoming affected at school compared to the community.
Our ultimate goal of our board is to remain with in-person learning. So we don't want to put anybody at risk to our staff or students because we don't want to close down our schools. So when we do these things, it's based on new information or our own experience over the last 10 months.
In Eagle River, Georgina Fernandez, Newswatch 12.
It was a busy day in Washington with some rare bipartisan cooperation today, though not on a stimulus bill. We'll have more on that in just a few minutes. But first, Jeff's in with your full weekend forecast. Next on Newswatch 12 at 10.
Moments of life are special, and suffering from diabetes should not get in the way. US Med's mission is to find ways to make your diabetes more manageable and more comfortable. You deserve to enjoy life without the constant reminder of living with diabetes. If you monitor with 4 or more tests per day, inject insulin 3 or more times per day, or use an insulin pump, you may qualify to receive a continuous glucose monitor, the latest in diabetes technology. A continuous glucose monitor provides blood sugar readings without uncomfortable finger sticks and alerts you real time to potentially harmful spikes in your blood sugar levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurance companies. If you're a caretaker for someone who suffers from diabetes or have diabetes yourself and meet these conditions, please call our diabetic specialist now to see if you qualify for your continuous glucose monitor.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you're testing your blood sugar 4 more times per day, injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. Not only can a CGM immediately reduce pain, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. We'll also provide free shipping of your new CGM, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 4 more times per day and injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call now and learn how to receive your new continuous glucose monitor at little or no out-of-pocket cost.
Here we go. It's Friday night, and you and I are just missing snow falling across southeastern Wisconsin today. Here it is on radar, falling apart now, but Milwaukee got it, Madison got some, Chicago got it, Rockford too. That's all pushing off to the east of us right now, bringing heavy snow to southern parts of Michigan. But for us, nope, not so much. We have some clear skies out there currently and areas of dense fog. It's a little tricky outside tonight. All right, if you think it's been dry, you're not wrong. This is the drought monitor for the U.S. Of course, decades-long drought to the west of us right now. But for us, it's beginning to feel it, right? Because we have dry conditions across western Wisconsin now and pretty much all of Minnesota and a couple pockets here across the Northwoods. Less than 1 inch of liquid precipitation fell basically in Rhinelander in the month of December, so that's not normal. So this we have to watch. It's not the growing season now, so we're okay. Definitely got to watch that though for us. All right, so here's the big system to the east of us now, pushing off to the east coast. That is going to bring lots of rain and snow to the east coast tomorrow. For us, we'll get a break in the action for the weekend. Good timing, right? With high pressure building in, and then that system right there now has eyes on us for Monday afternoon. It could bring us a little bit, and I mean a little bit of snow. We're talking a dusting to less than an inch on Monday afternoon. And then our next system gets in here on Wednesday. But again, these are two very weak systems coming our way. So our snow trails right now, open in Vilas County, by the way, could use some more snow. And they'll get a little bit of it on Monday, a little bit on Wednesday. Other than that, though, we're kind of dry around here the next week or two. All right, today, though, we had lots of cloud cover and a few flurries early, followed by a few pockets of sunshine, but mostly cloudy skies out there for us today. Tomorrow, we will see some more sunshine, but look out there right now. This is some dense fog across the area, or freezing drizzle, and it's a problem because it's very slippery on exposed surfaces, so be careful driving out there tonight. All right, temperatures, though, highs today, 25 in Rhinelander, 24 for Antigo, 26 for Wapaka, 30 in Land O'Lakes. We'll do this again tomorrow, a couple degrees warmer tomorrow with some more sunshine in there as well. The average high being 22, the average low being 4, record low 34 below back in 1946, and there's a sunset at 4:25 in the afternoon. All right, temperatures out there right now are kind of all over the place, right? 15 in Rhinelander, 4 in Eagle River, 21 for Antigo. So these will be all over the place tonight, depending upon where the cloud cover hangs tough and that fog is out there as well. But then going forward, a lot of us will be in the 30s tomorrow. Same thing for Sunday, pretty much all week into next week. Maybe a few 20s back in there next Friday, but all in all, above average temperatures heading our way the next week or two around here. Your forecast for tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies, some areas of fog and drizzle in there. Low temperatures down near 11 with a northwest breeze around 5. For tomorrow, it's Saturday. Partly cloudy skies, highs near 31 with a breeze around 5 as well. It's going to be a nice day tomorrow. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Metro shows a quiet weekend ahead. There's that chance for some light snow on Monday. Again, this is not a big storm with a high near 32. Monday or Tuesday, we get a break followed by another weak system on Wednesday with high temperatures hanging out near 30 through next week. Justin?
Thanks, Jeff. Today, for the first time since President Trump took office almost 4 years ago, Congress has overridden one of his vetoes, repassing a military spending bill on a bipartisan 81-13 vote. Wendy Woolfolk reports.
I would urge all of my colleagues to vote to override the veto.
In an unusual New Year's Day Senate session, the upper chamber votes to override President Trump's veto of the National Defense Authorization Act.
Having voted in the affirmative, the bill on reconsideration is passed. The objections of the President of the United States to the contrary notwithstanding.
The president vetoed the annual military spending bill because it allows military bases honoring Confederate figures to be renamed, and it does not reform liability protections for social media companies.
Without objection, so ordered.
Avoiding potentially 30 hours of debate into the weekend, senators agreed to a final vote.
Bring the bill to the floor.
But as expected, they rejected a vote on the House bill that would increase the second round of COVID relief payments from $600 to $2,000.
A huge chunk would essentially be socialism for rich people, money flowing to households earning well into six figures who did not lose any jobs or income last year.
With the current Congress set to expire Sunday,
this is it. The last chance for the 116th Congress to pass $2,000 checks and to say to regular Americans, help is on the way.
The new 117th Congress must find another way.
That's Wendy Woolfolk reporting. The Packers have a chance to wrap up the top seed in the NFC this weekend, but they'll be without one of their top players likely for the rest of the season. Hear what they're saying about it after the break.
Hi, my name's Chad. I went and saw a neurologist and had several MRIs, and they found out that I had spinal neuropathy. The neurologist at the hospital decided that the only treatment was medication. I didn't find that acceptable, so I called Spinal Aid to get a free consultation. After working with Spinal Aid, I'm able to walk, I'm able to sleep, I have balance, my overall comfort of life is 100% better.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and/or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. The Spinal Aid Center of Wausau can help relieve the symptoms of your neuropathy. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation.
Unused prescription opioid pain medicines can spell many things. Risk, if they're taken by someone they weren't prescribed for. Harm, if accidentally taken by a child or a pet. And overdose, if they're not used as directed. They may be hiding in your home, in bathrooms, kitchens, or anywhere. Why put your family at risk? Safely dispose of opioids before they can do harm. The best thing is to find a drug take-back option, such as medicine drop-off boxes, mail-back programs, or home disposal products. If there isn't a take-back location near you, check the FDA's flush list. Medicines on the flush list may be especially dangerous if they are used by children, pets, or others in your home. No take-back location nearby and your medicine isn't on the flush list? You can dispose of it in the trash. Get more information on safe opioid disposal and remove the risk.
Sports Watch 12 starts now.
Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. Let's hope that 2021 is much better than 2020. But if you're the Green Bay Packers, the new year isn't off to a great start. A big loss for Green Bay. Starting left tackle David Bakhtiari is out for the rest of the season. He tore his ACL yesterday during practice. This injury couldn't have come at a worse time, too, for Green Bay. They're playing their biggest game of the season this Sunday against the Bears to try and get the #1 seed in the NFC. And, of course, he will miss the playoffs, too, so big games all around being missed. There are questions at left tackle now, but for the Packers emotionally, this is just a tough issue to deal with.
You got to move on, but right now it's still a little raw, and we're still sad and hurting for Dave just because that's our brother and that's our left tackle, our teammate, and it's been a tough time for us, and times that by infinity is probably where he's at right now.
Bakhtiari did miss some time earlier in the year, so they do have some experience without him. And the team is hoping that the few games they had without one of the best linemen in football will help them next week and the next couple of weeks.
Our standards, our expectations, they don't change. And so we're very fortunate to have a lot of depth at that position. We'll lean on that. We'll rally around each other, and, we're going to make the best of it.
Big Week 17 matchup against the Bears in Chicago this weekend. Kickoff is at 3:30. The start of the season has been a roller coaster so far for the Bucks. Started off with a loss on opening night against the Celtics. Then they went on Christmas Day and beat the Warriors, but then lost to the Knicks a few days later. And then after that, they set the new NBA record for most threes in a game against the Miami Heat. Could we get some consistency against the Chicago Bulls tonight? We're going to go to the first quarter here, and the two best players, Chris Middleton, he's going to find his guy, Giannis. Giannis, little one-hand dunk there. Bucks are up 7 early. Now we're going to the second quarter. Bucks grow their lead here, and it's going to be a 3 from Dante DiVincenzo. Bucks expecting big things from the guard in his third year in the NBA. And then later, it's going to be Giannis again. This time on defense with the steal. We can add this one to the highlight reel. Giannis with a near triple-double, 29 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists. Bucks win this one by 30. Now, here in Rhinelander, we cover a lot of the teams located here in the Northwoods. But we, of course, make our way down south to Wausau. Let's take a look at the standings for the Wisconsin Valley Conference. We'll start with the boys basketball. The DC Everest Evergreens off to a great start. They are undefeated right now. Behind them is the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. They've only played one game, but hey, they won it, so they're number 2. And then in third, the Stevens Point Panthers currently are 2-1 on the year. But that's the boys' side. What about some girls basketball? On the girls' side, it's the Wausau West Warriors at the top of the standings. They are currently 4-0 on the year, 6-0 altogether, so off to a great start. But right behind the Warriors is Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. They are 3-1 on the year. Their only loss in the conference was to West in late December. And then in third, we have the DC Everest Evergreens. They've played the most conference games of all with 6. They split them 3-3 within the conference. And that is all I have for you in sports tonight. Back to Justin.
All right, thanks, Griffin. It hasn't been a very snowy start to winter here in the Northwoods, but snowmobile season is now underway in one local county. Is it too soon? We'll hear from riders after the break.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Coyote 93.7.
Are you worried about going away to college this fall? What if you could get the same college experience closer to home? From the moment you step onto our campus to begin your bachelor's degree, we'll be there for you, supporting your dreams and saving you money. With NTC's new liberal arts transfer degree, you can start here and go anywhere, including a guaranteed transfer to UW-Madison. North Central Technical College. We're ready when you are.
The following was performed by everyday riders like you. Please try it home. Matt's a straight ripper.
I heard the turbo and I was just giggling under my helmet.
Look at that.
I look like a pro. Woohoo!
Dude, I love that
thing. See your local Northern Wisconsin and UP Ski-Doo dealers.
Took down the tree. That means it's time to put 2020 in the rear view and get to the final days of the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event. It's your last chance for our best offers of the season across the Ford lineup. So hurry in today. The Ford Built for the Holidays sales event ends soon. Get Escape with 0 for 66 financing plus $1,500 cash and $2,000 trade assist during the final days of the Built for the Holidays sales event.
On December 7, 2005, I was deployed to Baghdad, Iraq. As I was searching for the bomb, the bad guy and the bomb found me first. After the explosion, I was left with a 1% chance of living from the injuries I sustained. During my road to recovery, it was a challenge, mostly trying to figure out what life would be like with my new physical injuries. But throughout that road to recovery, I had a tremendous amount of support from friends and families and the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes. The primary mission of the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is to offer financial emergency assistance to veterans and their families. In most cases, there is a loved one back at home who has to drop everything they're doing to be at that veteran's bedside. And of course, there are huge financial burdens that come along with that. After veterans come through the Coalition's program, they are ready to be back into society, ready to go back to work, and ready to be a leader in their own community.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
Normally by now, the sound of snowmobiles would have been filling the air all across the Northwoods for at least a week or two. But until now, it's been quiet with trails closed across the region. That changed today as one local county decided to open up. Newswatch 12's Rachel Perry has details.
Snowmobilers in Vilas County started the new year revving their engines. The decision to open, though, was not easy for trail boss Brian and the other clubs in the area.
We needed much more to really put a nice base down, but having 3 inches was barely enough.
Despite having an only inch of snow in most areas and needing 2 feet of fresh snow.
All 11 clubs in Vilas County decided that it was time to open.
Their season typically begins the second week of December. However, with the lack of snow, snowmobiles are just now hitting the trails. Unlike past years, Dane County opened before Vilas, adding another layer of shock to an already crazy year, with the pandemic still present.
A lot of things got canceled because of COVID, but we do a lot of volunteer events. We're at the Derby track for the Derby races. So we have a lot of volunteers that put together this club.
Those volunteers making the season possible by helping to get the trails ready for New Year's Day. Although the season began late, Brian's saying the season is huge in supporting local businesses, with riders today gathering outside trackside in Eagle River. Meanwhile, Oneida County has not yet decided if or when they will open their trails. In Eagle River, Rachel Perry, Newswatch 12.
Keep hoping for some more snow. Be right back with one final look at your forecast after this break. But first, it's time for this week's repeat edition of Big Old Fish.
Newswatch 12's Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
We're still lacking the snow for a white Christmas, but that's okay. It's given us perfect conditions for ice fishing, and that's created opportunities for people like 9-year-old Buddy Dixon of Eagle River, who scored his first ever catch through the ice with this healthy northern pike he caught on December 6th while fishing with some friends on an Eagle River area lake. You know, after catching the first one, all you want to do is catch more. Way to go, Buddy, on a heck of a fish. Next up, 11-year-old Jack Bonnack on 3 Lakes takes it up a notch with this brew, a 34-inch northern pike he caught while ice fishing and making some great memories with his dad and uncles. Keep up the great work, Jack, and keep on sending those big old fish on into us. Last but certainly not least, Gary Myshek of Eagle River had a couple of epic days muskie fishing back in November on the 28th and 29th, when he caught not 1, not 2, but 3 muskies. The first 2 measured in at 37.5 inches and 39 7/8 inches respectively. Then he also caught this trophy, a behemoth 51.25-inch muskie. Way to go, Gary. That is one heck of a fish. All right, fishermen and women, make sure to keep those trophy pictures coming. All the information you need to be in a future episode of Big Old Fish and win a Norling taxidermy fish mount is on our website, WJFW.com. And remember, anglers, fish on.
Time's running out on the final days to get a great deal at Toyotathon. There, now you have a little more time.
Right now, get $1,000 customer cash on a new 2021 Toyota Highlander.
I feel younger.
Toyota, let's go places.
Get everything for your quick fixes at Menards. Gorilla products provide great results for tapes, glues, and adhesives. With great versatility, there's no job Gorilla can't tackle. A 35-yard roll of Gorilla duct tape is $6.99. Stock up on other necessities. Railback batteries last longer so you have power when you need it. A 30-pack of AA or AAA batteries is $9.99 right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
What does it look like when a life is truly changed?
I feel a sense of accomplishment because I built a house. This house has brought us financial independence.
It's a great place to raise a family.
Strength, fuerza.
When I look back where we've come from to where we are today, it makes my heart very happy.
Potential. Potencia.
For me, this house means all of us together. Sorry. Together.
Security.
Security.
Every family dreams to have their own house.
This house changed our lives.
Habitat for Humanity is at work in your community and around the world. Through shelter, we empower.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Time's running out on the final days to get a great deal at Toyotathon. There, now you have a little more time.
Right now, get $1,000 customer cash on a new 2021 Toyota Highlander.
I feel younger.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hi, I'm Maria Seefeld with Miracle Ear of Marshfield. If you're struggling hearing your favorite news or TV shows, please stop in and see me for a free hearing test.
Well, Jeff, we were talking for a while before Christmas about how we had no snow. We do have some snow on the ground, but not a lot for this time of year.
We're behind schedule compared with last season for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's not much in the forecast anytime soon. Maybe a bit on Monday, followed by some on Wednesday. But overall, no big systems coming our way anytime soon. They're all traveling south of us. But out there right now, this is some freezing fog across the area as we speak, right? Here we are. So be careful driving tonight if you're out there, because this is making for a few slippery spots across the area as we speak. Temperatures, though, are doing this. We're at 12 over Vida, 13 for Rhinelander, but it's already 4 in Eagle River, 5 in Watersmead. So where the clouds are parting and there is no fog, we'll get some very low temperatures tonight. But then we're going to recover nicely tomorrow once again. In fact, we're going to have temperatures tomorrow back up near 30. So we are just missing another snow today. I know it keeps happening, right? Across southeastern parts of Wisconsin. Madison got it. Milwaukee got it as well. Now it's over here in parts of Michigan. This is all going to come together and bring the East Coast a good rain and snow tomorrow. But for us, though, that's the back edge of the clouds right there. We'll get a little bit of clearing tonight, followed by some more clouds overnight. And then we'll call it partly cloudy skies throughout the day tomorrow. And then here we go. It's going to be a beautiful weekend for anything outdoors, ice skating or snowmobiling on trails in Ballas County. Highs low 30s. There's a slight chance for a few snow showers on Monday afternoon.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Thank you for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 10. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next. Have a great night and a great weekend. Happy New Year.